Isolated afternoon showers tomorrow with a high of 73 degrees. Then our cold front will come through on Thursday with scattered showers and thunderstorms. Our high will be 65. Then Friday we're going to cool down with mostly sunny skies, high of 58 degrees. That is a look at the news for now. I'm Frank Sparks, Beaver County Radio News, 95.7 and 99.3 FM, 1230 WBVP, 1460 WNBA, and beavercountyradio.com.
Turn off your TV, turn on your mind, and turn up that radio. It's AM Beaver County on 95.7 FM, 99.3 FM, 1230 WBVP, and 1460 WNBA.
It's 8:35 on this October 11th, 2022. Outside, it is 45 degrees, perfect fall weather. And on your dial, it's Beaver County Radio. And on AM Beaver County, now joined in studio by New Brighton Borough Manager Tom Albanese. Tom, good morning to you.
Good morning, Matt. Thanks for having me this morning.
Absolutely. Thank you for coming on. And it is that time of year where the leaves are falling, the air gets cooler, and for New Brighton, that means Fall Fest is returning for, I believe it's the third time this year?
Fourth year. With a brief skip in 2020, but this is our fourth year. It'll be this Saturday, October 15th, from 12 noon to 6 o'clock.
So what is the purpose of Fall Fest, aside from the obvious of celebrating the fall season? Who's going to be all at the Fall Fest as far as vendors? I mean, I know Beaver County Radio is going to be there, but as far as vendors and local businesses, who's going to be all out there?
So the purpose of the event really is just to get people into our downtown, to see what New Brighton has to offer, our restaurants, our local shops. So what we do every year for the Fall Festival is we invite vendors into the downtown. We have live music and kids activities. So this year we have over 150 vendors that will line 3rd Avenue, our main street, from 8th Street to 13th Street. On the side streets, we have activities for children. We have a Midway organization coming in with some inflatable rides, local churches and other organizations doing kids' crafts. The Rotary Club will be there with a dunk tank. I wouldn't want to be that person on Saturday. But and then on 10th Street, the highlight of the event is a free performance by Jim Donovan and the Sun King Warriors.
Oh, very nice, very nice. I am fully with you there that the dunk tank is a pretty bold move for a Saturday fall day. But listen, I mean, the appeal is there. So as long as they have some dry clothes on standby, I think everything will be okay.
Yeah, I was just checking the forecast before we started. We finally looks like we have some good weather forecasted for Saturday. High of about 64 degrees and partly sunny. So. That's better than we've had almost any year so far. So fingers crossed that holds up and everything goes smooth.
Yeah, because that would be a bit unfortunate if that were to come through, but it looks like that's going to come through the next couple of days and clear its way up for the weekend. Now, you mentioned all this taking place in downtown, and of course, a lot of people are going to wonder, well, what's that going to do for traffic? So how is that going to work for those coming into the Fall Fest? Will they be able to go down the main street as usual, or how will that work?
Vehicular traffic will be able to continue as normal. We're not going to close 3rd Avenue in any way. What we're going to do is we're going to close off the parking stalls and the parking access lane on the northbound side of 3rd Avenue. So vehicles can still travel northbound and southbound on 3rd Avenue, and then everything will be off to the side and on the sidewalks. The side streets will be closed, and then anybody coming into town will just have to find parking either further down on 3rd Avenue or on 5th Avenue.
Right, so 5th Avenue is where they'll be able to park, or anywhere further up, because, again, if it's a nice day, you could take a couple blocks to get down there. But so the traffic will remain as usual, and that's actually a good thing, too, because the traffic going by will be looking like, well, what's going on here? Everything is going on. For
part of the plan there, increase visibility a little bit and maybe gain a little bit of attraction.
Absolutely, and the local businesses that have been working hard all year, and I know I've talked to some of them throughout the course of the year for different events. They've been waiting for days like these where everybody comes out and says, hey, let's try a little bit of New Brighton out, because it's not just, of course, the food that's down there. It's all the local businesses that are going to be down there.
Sure. We're really fortunate to have some great business partners in New Brighton. So this year's Fall Festival is sponsored by Brighton Health Mart Pharmacy. They were a very large financial sponsor. And what we're going to do this year is a little bit different in years past, too. We're not going to do any food trucks for the event. We're just going to feature our local New Brighton restaurants and caterers. So food will be provided by Capico's Pizza, PJ's Deli and Catering, Woolly Bullies, and Quality Time and Carryout.
So, and all of that's going to be taking place on the main strip. Because I know, somewhere like Woolly Bullies is a little further out on the side streets
Right.
up towards the school, but
Everything will be in the downtown. We're going to set up food and drink vendors in the intersections. So the 9th Street intersection will have Capico's Pizza and Wooly Bullies. 10th Street will be Quality Time and Carryout, the Promise Blend, which is our new coffee shop up in the Oak Hill neighborhood. And then one of our 2 local breweries, Croakers. 11th Street will have the other brewery, Petrucci Brothers, and PJ's Deli and Catering.
Very nice, very nice. And I like that too, because I know food trucks tend to be the new thing, and obviously with the mobility that it can have for different areas, especially like you mentioned with the new breweries, they tend to work well together. But sometimes it is nice to just sort of scale back and be like, well, listen, we could bring anybody in from anywhere, but we got stuff right here, and this is what it's going to be all about.
Sure. And every year we want feedback from those that participated, and that was one of the comments we've heard over the years is, hey, let's feature what we have in town. So that's what we're going to do this year.
So the Fall Fest itself, of course, Beaver County Radio is going to be there from noon until 2 with the prize cat and the prize wheel. But how long is the Fall Fest in its entirety?
It's only 6 hours, so noon to 6. As you mentioned, you'll be doing the live broadcast from 12 to 2. From 2 to 5 is the Sun King Warriors concert, and then the event wraps up at 6 o'clock.
Very nice, very nice. Now, if anybody is thinking that they want to get involved, is everything pretty much set in stone as far as who's going to be there and how things are going to get set up at this point?
It is. We closed registration. We had a couple cancellations, so there might be a spot or 2 available. If anybody is interested, they can just contact the new Brighton Borough Municipal Building. Telephone number is 724-846-1870.
And again, we'll have a link to that. And of course, can they email you as well?
Yeah, the email for the event is fallfest@newbrightonpa.org.
Fallfest@newbrightonpa.org. And again, we'll have links to that up at the website later on this morning. And as far as volunteers, are you guys looking for those, or is that pretty much set in stone too?
We got that. We got that pretty much scheduled out. The varsity football team helps us out every year. So Coach Caltori and his team will be down in the morning helping vendors to find their location, help them set up if needed, tables and chairs for the concert, and then the event kind of runs itself once it gets started.
How many people does it take to run the event, as it says? Because I know you mentioned the football team part of it, but I imagine there's probably about 100 or so people getting involved.
Is working on it? No, it's actually very limited. Just probably myself and a handful of public works guys do it.
Oh, really?
So there's not a lot of manpower that goes into it. As I said, once people are set up and everything is going, it's hands off. It's just picking up garbage and trash and making sure everything's going smooth.
That is a good point, because I mean, like you say, it's about the local businesses being where they're at, and they're sort of doing their thing. So all you have to do is just set the table for them, and they will come, as it were.
Correct.
We're talking with Tom Albanese. He is the borough manager of New Brighton. And again, New Brighton Fall Fest this Saturday from noon until 6. Beaver County Radio will be there from noon until 2. And again, if you have any more information, we'll put links and phone numbers at the website later on this morning. When we come back, we're going to talk about some of the other events that are coming up in New Brighton over the course of the next few weeks and months. Coming up here on AM Beaver County. The Beaver County Conservation District's Mosquito Vector Disease Program is hosting a one-day tire collection at the District Office and Environmental Center October 22nd, 2022 from 9 a.m. till 12 noon. Pre-registration is required now at beavercountyconservationdistrict.org. Cost is $1.25 per tire. Cash only. The collection is open to Beaver County residents and accepting car and light truck tires up to 20-inch off-rim. This event is funded through the DEP West Nile program to help reduce mosquito habitats in our county. Remember, pre-registration is required, so register online for the special event October 22nd from 9 a.m. to 12 noon at the District Office and Environmental Center located off Hopewell Exit 48 to Route 151. Call 724-378-1701 for more information. 300 tires will be collected, so pre-register now at beavercountyconservationdistrict.org.
Hey, it's the Beaver Valley Community Concert Association proudly announcing its exciting 2022-23 season. Show number 3, Sail On, the Beach Boys Tribute, Thursday, November 17th at 7:30 p.m. Concerts held at the Beaver Falls Middle School Auditorium. For more information, contact Peggy McCullough, 724-846-3203. Please visit our website, www.bbcommunityconcert.org. Adult tickets, $60. Student tickets $10, or purchase a ticket at the door, $25 for adults, student tickets $5. That's the Beaver Valley Community Concert Association.
Now entering our 75th year of serving Beaver County. You're listening to 99.3 FM, 95.7 FM, 1230 WBVP and 1460 WMBA. Part of the St. Barnabas Radio Network.
It's 8:45 on this Tuesday, October 11th. Outside, it's 45 degrees, and on your dial, it's Beaver County Radio. We're in studio with New Brighton Borough Manager Tom Albanese, and we've been talking about Fall Fest, which, again, comes up this Saturday from noon until 6 at the Borough of New Brighton, because it's just all throughout downtown. And, of course, Beaver County Radio will be out there from 12 until 2 with a prize caddy and a personality prize van. Now, it's not the only thing that's happening in New Brighton over the course of the next few weeks, because right after Fall Fest is going to be the New Brighton Halloween Parade coming up on the 19th.
Correct. Yeah, the Wednesday following, next Wednesday, the 19th at 6:30 is the annual Halloween Parade. That travels 3rd Avenue in the downtown again from 13th Street to Townsend Park.
And is it going to be as big as it was last year? Or?
We anticipate it will be. That event is actually not organized by the borough. It's organized by another organization. So they're planning it. They arrange for the bands and all the participants. But if anybody is interested in marching or having a float, they could reach out by email to nbparade@gmail.com.
nbparade@gmail.com. And, of course, that is, we were talking a little bit before we got started here that it seems like that's getting a little, earlier every year. But I guess that's just a matter of, like you said, just coordinating things to make sure everybody's able to participate in it.
Right. We don't question when it is as much. We know it's going to be one of the Wednesdays prior to Halloween. But we just discussed logistics of getting bands and participants there. That might dictate the date more than anything.
Yeah, because it does garner a few different bands throughout the area. I know Beaver Falls and New Brighton usually show up. You may get Riverside, Blackhawk down there as well. Not to mention, again, for some of the floats to be down there, and perhaps for some of the local dignitaries to participate in it as well. It was is a matter in that. What other events are coming up in the borough that is being planned by the borough or others?
So we are going to do our second annual Candy Crawl, which is the downtown trick-or-treating event. Our local business district authority had the inaugural event last year, where businesses in the downtown set up a table outside and allow kids to trick-or-treat during daytime hours. So that is on Saturday, October 29th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Last year, we saw hundreds of kids in the downtown, so it was a very successful event, and we'll do it again this year. Another Halloween-related event is the Great Pumpkin Roll. That's at Woolly Bullies on Saturday, November 5th at 3 o'clock. And that is a fundraiser for the New Brighton Education Foundation.
Now, as far as pumpkin rolling, where exactly are going to be rolling these pumpkins? I know there are certain areas where that's going to, because again, knowing the layout of New Brighton, I know they're sort of on a flat surface, but then they have the hills of the school district area where that's going to be at. Where they're going to be rolling the pumpkins for sure. That's
exactly what they utilize. They will go up the back entrance to the high school and roll from that hillside down towards Woolly Bullies on Allegheny Street.
Very nice, very nice. So they'll sort of have that blocked off for the day, since that'll be on a Saturday, correct?
Correct. Yes.
So they won't have to worry about the school kids coming in to do any extra time that day.
No, and the traffic inconvenience will be very limited. There's two rolls. There's a children's roll and an adult roll. And then once it's done, it's open back up to traffic. So 15, 20 minutes
right.
is a typical closure.
Yeah, because I know there's that one lane that, you turn it, nobody has to stop there. So it does create for a little bit of an issue, but I don't think that'll make too big of an issue for that. And that's just the Halloween events that are coming up for the next few days, which, again, just showcases that what Fall Fest is trying to do is already kind of happening, but it is always nice to know that the local businesses are participating. They're trying to gather the community together and bring them together. Is there any thoughts of events that haven't happened yet but are sort of being talked about right now, thought about?
Yes, actually, and we're really excited about this one. On Saturday, December 10th, we are hosting a Fire and Ice Festival in the downtown.
Now, what is that?
That event, we were contacted by the Everest Event Group. They are a local event planner and wanted to do something in town for Christmas. So they are organizing fire dancers in a fire breathing show, ice skating in the downtown on a synthetic ice skating rink with Santa and other Christmas characters, horse-drawn sleigh rides, an ice bar, snow globe village, candlelight walks. They're going to be showing some classic holiday movies and feature a holiday marketplace. They will offer marshmallow roasting over fire pits, a photo scavenger hunt, carolers, live music entertainment, and some food vendors.
All of that in New Brighton.
All of that in New Brighton, yeah.
That's going to be fascinating to find out how that's going to work out because, New Brighton is a rather, large borough for, surface and square areas and everything like that. But, again, to have an authentic ice skating rink and have movies in one place and fire dances in another place, that's a lot that's going to be happening all at once.
It will be a lot. That event is from 2 to 8. Now, that will require that the downtown be closed. So we are going to close 3rd Avenue from 13th Street, which is where Subway is located, to 5th Street, where Advanced Auto is for that event.
Understood. Because that was my first thought. I was like, there's no way they're going to be able to open the lanes for that one.
And to have a synthetic ice skating rink, you need a pretty level surface, and we don't have a lot of them. So 3rd Avenue is a pretty good candidate for that.
Yeah, that's about as level as you're going to get. But that is super cool, though. That
We're
is
really
super
excited.
Cool. Yeah, because again, that's right before just I think 15 days before Christmas. So it's going to be a nice sort of wait for everybody to, if they haven't gotten the spirit yet, to really come down and get that. And not to mention too, another opportunity for the businesses in downtown to showcase, whatever they've got going on for the Christmas season.
Absolutely.
Are there any other events coming up in the near future, or is that pretty much where the focus is right now?
We still have our Christmas in the Park event. That is the first Saturday in December. That's held in Townsend Park, where we light the park for the holiday season. Children are welcome to visit with Santa Claus at that time. And we have wreaths that are auctioned off from the New Brighton Elementary School students.
Oh, very nice.
That's an annual event.
Very nice, very nice. So, again, if anyone has any details about that event, they can go to the Borough website, or they can come to the council meetings where there's being discussed.
Correct. All of our meetings are open to the public. Council meets the 3rd Thursday of every month. But in the meantime, we always encourage people just to reach out to us at the municipal building by phone or email. Telephone number 724-846-1870, or the email address is info, I-N-F-O, at newbrightonpa.org.
And we'll have links to those coming up later on this morning at beavercountyradio.com as well. Tom, thank you so much for coming in today and talking about that with us. Again, the upcoming one, most important, is Fall Fest this Saturday from noon till 6 in downtown New Brighton. Again, the traffic on 65 or 18 will be open, but the parking spots will not be. They will be there for those vendors, for the local business to get out there and promote themselves. And hopefully that everyone in Beaver County, if they can come down and do that as well.
Looking forward to it. Matt, again, thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Thank you, Tom, for coming in. It's 8:53 on this Tuesday morning. Teleform is right around the corner here on Beaver County Radio.
You've been told you have neuropathy.